How to make a budget, business budget template. Hey, have you been trying to figure out this budget thing and you're trying to start an online business? Well, in this video I'm going to go over two of the types of budgets that you have to set up and how you can do it, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you showing up, and this channel is really yours because on this channel what I do is I go over the things that I've done to make millions of dollars since 2009 selling both digital and physical products online. I go over those things that have worked for me. I go over those problems that I've had, and I share that with you so you could get there that much faster. So I really appreciate you being here, and since you are here, why don't you subscribe? There's a big button down there. It's a red button, and as soon as you click it, it turns gray. And once it turns gray, a magical thing happens. A bell shows up next to it, and then you need to click the bell and turn on all notifications. Okay, when you turn on all notifications, you'll be notified every single time I do a new video or I go live, and maybe we can talk live on one of those live videos. Okay, so let's get right to this budget thing. So many people want to start an online business, but they don't plan it out correctly. So what we're going to talk about in this video is how to plan it out, and while I'm thinking about it, plan on getting some training. There is a $97 course down in the description. When you click on it, you can get it absolutely free, no credit card required. Just click and learn. So when I got started my business, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't have a lot of money, and if you don't have a lot of money, you got to put in time. So when we talk about budget, there's two things that you need to budget. You need to budget your money, you need to budget your time. Both of these things always need to be balanced. So if you're starting in business and maybe you're one of those people who've got tons of money and you can invest in this, which most of us don't, I know I didn't, then of course you could spend money to get a lot of things done and you don't have to spend as much time. I think this is a worse situation to be in. I really do. I believe it's worse because when people actually invest money as opposed to time, they don't learn things. Now when I got started, I didn't have a lot of money to invest in it. I was a single dad raising two kids, and I did have some time. I didn't have a lot of time, I'll be honest with you. I was working from 7:38 in the morning to 7:30 or 8 at night. I was doing this 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. So the amount of time I had to put into my business was also limited. So here's what I'm left with. I'm left with limited time and limited money. So how much did I start with? That's the one thing people want to know. How much money do you need to start with? And I'll tell you, I started with $100. It was a $100 investment. I put it on a credit card, so technically it wasn't a $100 investment because I did charge it, but that's what I started with. I don't know where you're at. I can't tell you where you're at. I can tell you that it does take investment. It takes investment of time and money, which I just said, but it doesn't take that much money. But once you decide that you're going to spend X number of dollars and you have money, you got to stick with it. So number one, I would say, is set an amount of money for advertising. If you have some money, set an amount of money. Now I'll tell you that advertising is a funny thing. Online, it's a whole lot different than it is newspaper or TV, but it's a whole lot better. Let me tell you why it's better. If you were to run an ad in the newspaper, and let's say you're going to spend $500 a month to run your ad in the newspaper, you're not gonna even really know if that ad worked or not. Now sure, every now and then somebody may come in and say, hey, I saw an ad in the paper for you, or they may say I saw a TV commercial you did, or I saw a billboard, but for the most part nobody will. You're never gonna know what your advertising dollars bought you if you're advertising offline. Now when you're advertising online, it's pretty easy. If you run an ad, you're gonna know how many people clicked on that ad. You're going to know how many people bought off that ad because there's tracking. I mean, you could put a pixel there and there's actual tracking, so you're going to know, I spent $10 and I got $20 back. It's very easy to judge. Now the downside is most of your online advertising will not work. Now here's how most people go about this. They'll say, hey, I'm going to spend $500 a month on online ads, on Facebook ads, or on YouTube videos, or whatever you're spending it on, and when you do this, you're going to get some kind of result. But if you're only running one ad, it's going to be very discouraging. And here's why it's going to be discouraging: because 8 out of 10 of them on average do not work. They're not going to be profitable. Yeah, you may get some results from it, but they're not going to be enough to make a profit. So what most people do is they spend $500 a month on one ad, on one video, on one graphic or whatever, and it's the worst thing in the world they could do. you would do a whole lot better off to run 10 ads and spend $50 a month than to run one ad at $500 a month. And the reason being is, 80% of them are not going to work. If I run one ad at $500 a month and I pick one out of 8 that are not going to work, I'm going to lose money. And the next month I'm going to lose money. The next month I'm going to lose money. And I could literally go 8 months before I have an ad that even works. That's pretty discouraging. So the thing you want to do is you want to run $50 a month times 10 different ads. Now what's going to happen, still you're going to have those same numbers. 80% of them are probably not going to work out, but you will be able to find one or two that do. And once you find the one or two that do, then you can start putting more money into those. So maybe you're going to take half your budget now, that $500. Now I'm going to take 250 of it and I'm going to put it in the 2 that did work and quit spending money on the other ones and come up with 8 more ads and spend $250 on those. So you can see what I mean. What I'm doing here is I'm going out there and I'm buying data. I'm trying to figure out what is going to work. I'm trying to figure out what landing page works, what ad works, what graphic works. And once I do that, I quit spending on the ones that don't work and I start spending on the ones that do work. Now here's what most people do. They will pick a product and they will take all their money, their $500 a month, and run one ad and do that for 2 or 3 months and not get any results and say that product doesn't work, that's a bad product, so I'm going to switch products. So then what they do is they get another product and they take that same $500 a month and they run one ad for that product, and after 2 or 3 months they don't make any money on it and they switch to another product. Now it may not have been the product's fault. In fact, it probably is not the product's fault. If you look out there in the market and that product is selling and other people are selling it and other people are making money, it's probably your fault. It's probably your fault for running the wrong ads. But if you use my method, where you take a product and you run 10 different ads or 8 different ads and you spread your advertising dollars over that, then you can get some winners. Now we're still hit with the question, how much can you spend a month to be successful? How much do you need to spend a month to be successful? And the answer is unknown. We don't know. Now obviously if you have a bigger budget, as opposed to spending more on ads, I would run more ads. So let's say we decided that we were going to run $50 ads, we were going to run 10 of those, it was going to be $500 a month. If I had $1,000, I wouldn't spend $100 on each one of those. I would get 20 ads and spend $50 on each one of those. And that's about how I would go about it. And it's the best way to really budget your money. If you clicked on this video and you thought, well, he's going to tell me exactly how much to spend a month, nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. We would all love to have that answer, but we can't do that because advertising online is a test thing. It's a matter of spending some money up front and testing to see what works. Now once you get something that works, something that people are buying, you still may not be profitable. Maybe they're buying it and it's not as profitable as you had hoped. Maybe you're a little bit below profit, but keep in mind, if you've got your funnel set up right, if you're bringing in customers and you're getting names and some people are buying, you've at least bought some buyers. Now if you're smart in your funnel set up, you can send emails out to those people that bought from you now, because now they're on your list and you can sell them other products, and that very well may make your ads profitable because you took those people and maybe they cost you $1 or $2 to get on your list, but then you sold them another $10 item or a $20 item. That's how you have to approach online advertising. It's not a matter of advertising a product, selling that product, making a profit, and going on to sell another person. You would do much better to sell a product, maybe not even make some money, but retarget those people with similar products so that you can make more money on them, and that way it makes your advertising profitable. So when you're trying to set up this budget, guys, don't think of I'm going to get a product, I'm going to run an ad, I'm going to make money. It shouldn't look like that at all. It should be I'm going to test a product by running 10 different ads, seeing the results I get, and the ones that are positive I'm going to double down on those. Now just a moment ago I said once you get people who buy your product, you can certainly market to those people more and you can get more sales off it. But another thing you can do is those people who bought that product, the next step, the thank you page that they go to, can offer them an additional product. It can offer more of that product. So you want to hit them with at least 2 different sales once they've gone through your funnel. That way it can make your advertising dollars profitable. The next thing I want to tell you is don't quit. keep running these ads, keep trying different products, keep trying different things. You know, no matter what you're going to work on, here's what you have to do. You have to go out there and look, is there a market? If there is a market, find out who's selling in that market. Once you find out who's selling in that market and they've been in business and doing it a while, you know it works. You know it works. So if you go out there in that market and try to sell a product and it doesn't work for you, what's the common denominator? The common denominator is you. Okay, it worked for other people, it's not working for you, so you need to change what you do. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect different results. What you can do is look at what other people are doing, what ads are other people doing, buy into somebody else's funnel, find out what their upsells are, find out what their email campaigns are, and you could do that with just a few dollars by buying their product. So many people go out and spend hundreds or thousands of dollars trying to figure out ads instead of just going to an ad that they've seen running for a long time and spending the money on the product and finding the person's entire funnel and doing something similar. Don't copy it, but you can do something similar. Now the last thing I want to tell you is don't spend money you can't afford to spend. Okay, I see so many people saying, well I'm going to spend $500 a month, or I'm going to spend $1,000 a month, but I got to make it back in 2 or 3 months. If I don't make it back in 2 or 3 months, I'm going to be screwed. Then don't spend the money. Okay, don't spend the money. And if you don't have any money to spend, I've had people say, well I can't afford to spend $50 or $100 a month, you know, to run ads and it not work. Then don't spend money on ads, don't run ads, don't build your business, don't set a budget, don't do any of that. Go out and earn more money. There's plenty of ways to make additional money. On my channel alone, I have a lot of videos on how to make extra money without investing anything. There's plenty of ways to do that on the internet, absolutely free. You can earn more money. Once you've earned more money and you have some money to invest in ads or in products or in marketing, then you can move forward. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this budget thing makes a little bit more sense. Remember, if you don't have much money, you got to invest more time. If you've got a lot of money, you can invest less time, but it's time or money. Those are the two things that you're going to have to budget from this point moving forward. I know I budget those things every single day. I do things I don't want to do because I know it's the right thing to do. It's hard to do, but that's what it's going to be, guys. Those things that are hard to do, those things that most people aren't willing to do, are going to be the things that are going to make you successful. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, what's going on? Go ahead and do it. Hit that subscribe button down there. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, or thumbs down if you don't like it. That's fine too. Give me a comment as to why you didn't like it. Give me a comment as to why you did like this video. What is your budget? What experience have you had? Put that in the comment section below, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Once you've hit that subscribe button, don't forget, ring the bell. Okay, you got to ring the bell. You got to turn on all bell notifications, and that way I can notify you every single time I do a new video. Every single time I go live, I can notify you and I can see you there, and hey, maybe we can talk online. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.